call their policy accommodation. And they say if we'll only avoid any direct confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love us. All who oppose them are indicted as warmongers. They say we offer simple answers to complex problems. Well, perhaps there is a simple answer. Not an easy answer, but simple. If you and I have the courage to tell our elected officials that we want our national policy based on what we know in our hearts is morally right, we cannot buy our security, our freedom from the threat of the bomb, by committing an immorality so great, surrender. Because to save our own skins, we're willing to make a deal with your slave masters. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay, there is a point beyond which they must not advance.
You just heard Rosuf Al'Raquiah, the FVRC chair of Section 3, speaking to an audience in Santoon. His remarks are highly critical of his own government, and specifically Chairwoman Salmarco, for a lack of commitment to the North Bakian cause, and a willingness to support the Bakian armistice, which was signed last year, shortly after the outbreak of the Alanus virus, which is now ravaging the country. The enormous humanitarian effort to boat-lift refugees from virus-affected areas of the country has been underway for several weeks now with no signs of slowing. Meanwhile, BVPU troops are working to contain the outbreak. As you can see here, while the Bakian civil war is officially over, intense fighting continues throughout the countryside. Members of the FVRC government, including Al'Raquiah, are calling for a redoubled military investment in Bakia, including the deployment of brand-new, state-of-the-art, F-8 J-Strike aircraft, while representatives of opposition parties are opposed to increasing the already enormous financial cost of supporting the BVPU. This is the National Information Broadcasting Service. You're watching the Evening Report. Stay tuned for more news on the Bakian boat lift, aftermath of the failed launch of Voyage 12, and the trial of Omar Hossewa.